Hello, this is the Jozef Israelstraat in Groningen. It's in the Schilderswijk. All the names are from famous painters. A street where a lot of Jewish people live. Yeah, in World War II, you know what happened with all the Jewish people. Yeah, join me. This is the Jozef Israel number 12. And there are 3 people. Judah Leb Lichtenstein, born 1884, deported 1943 to Westerbork and then mailed in Auschwitz. Julia Lichtenstein, born 1913, deported 1943 from Westerbork, murdered February 12, 1943 in Auschwitz. Hey, hallo.
Ach, doe eens, hé.
Oh, nee. Heet die Philips? Ja. Geweldig. Jozef Lichtenstein Saboy, born 1885, deported 1943 from Westerbork, murdered in November 1943 in Auschwitz. You know, Julia and Jozef, they were killed at the same day. And Julia, there was a child, they killed her later. I think that's so bad. Wow. See, you have 12 A, B, C, D. And this house goes a long way. This is number 16. You can see they are renovating the house. But here are the 2 ones. Norris Leon, born 1863, deported 1944 from Westerbork, murdered in January 28, 1944 in Auschwitz. Hulda Leon Pincus, born 1875. Is dat geïnterneerd, Westerbork, overleden 27/11/1943, dus November 27, 1943. You rest in peace, both. I tried to let you see the house. It's number 16. That's it. Sorry. I got here number 18. It's just near, 12. Here's a lot of stones. Hartog Cohen, born 1878, deported 1942 from Westerbork and killed in November 1942. Esther Cohen, Born 1881. Sorry. Born 1881, deported 1943 from Westerbork, deported of murdered March 26, 1943, Sobibor. Just another concentration camp. And the third one is Henriana Cohen, born 1886, 1868, deported 1943 from Westerbork, murdered March 20, 1943 in Sobibor. They was separated. Oh, sometimes I get so mad. Why? And just 10 inches from another family. Cool. Jozef Cohen, born 1899, deported 1943 from Westerbork, murdered April the, let's just see it, April the 80th, 1943 in Sobibor. Marai Cohen Alkenug, born 1904, deported 1943 from Westerbork, murdered 3rd of January the 14th in 1943 in Auschwitz. This is 4. You can see, so family. Marga Cohen, born 1927, deported 1943 from Westerbork, murdered 4 January the 14th, 1943 in Auschwitz. Franziska Cohen, born 1930, deported 1943 from Westerbork, murdered 40 of January the 14th, 1943 in Auschwitz. She was 13 years old. Girl, what a bad time to be born. Sita Cohen, born 1931, deported 1943 from Westerbork, murdered 41 for January the 14th, 1943 from Auschwitz. And Hartog Cohen, born 1963, deported 1943 from Westerbork, murdered January the 14th, 1943 from Auschwitz. You will all rest in peace. First we go to 22. This is 22. This is 22A. Wow. Okay, there's nothing to do with it. Look, not nice. It's 6 stones. You want them all in the size. Okay. Roosje van Koevoorden, born 1874, deported 1942 from Westerbork, murdered October the 12th, 1942 in Auschwitz. Dit is Hedwig Iceman Lobenstein, born 1886, deported 1942 from Westerbork, Auschwitz, and they can tell if she's dead, yes or no. She's missing. Elisabeth van Hasselt-Waller, born 1865, deported 1942 from Westerbork, murdered this November the 9th, 1942, Auschwitz. Rest in peace. This is Abraham Engels, born 1883, deported 1942 from Westerbork, murdered October 12, 1942, Auschwitz. And this is Ruth Engels, born 1925, deported 1942 from Westerbork, murdered October the 12th, 1942 in Auschwitz. This is Else Engels de Vries, born 1899, deported 1942 from Westerbork, murdered October the 12th, 1942 in Auschwitz. You can see, this is my last name, de Vries. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, all 6 of you. It's number 22A. Number 24. You can see the houses is very near by each other. These are 2. This is Abraham Philip Goudsmit, is called Smith, born 1853, deported 1943 from Westerbork, murdered March 28, 1949. Nee, I do it again. Abraham Philip Goldsmith, born 1853, deported 1943 from Westerbork, murdered, what is that, 26, that's March 26, 1943, Sobibor. Helena Goldsmith, born 1884, deported 1943 from Westerbork, murdered in March 20, 1943 in Sobibor. Rest in peace. It's the beginning of the street. You can see I've just started. These are the even numbers, and that's the uneven, and I need to go to 25. So I take you over the street. Oh. Yes, I see them. 25. It's not, you cannot see it well, but It is 25, believe me. These are three. Simon Frank, born 1894, deported 1944 from Westerbork, murdered, what is this? March the 16th, 1955. Bergen-Belsen. This is Aaron Frank, born 1919, deported 1944 from Westerbork, murdered March the 14th, 1955 in Bergen-Belsen. This is Betje Frank Keizer, born 1819, deported 1944 from Westerbork. He is not killed, but he is exhausted. On May 31, 1955, also in Bergen-Belsen. Rest in peace. Number 25. We're now at number 44. You can see also very big house. The people here were all Jewish, and they had a lot of money. So the German stole everything from them, everything. Is Moritz Kersen, born 1943 from Westerbork, murdered May the 7th, 1943 in Sobibor. Dan heb je Geert Kersen, born 1920, deported 1943 from Westerbork, murdered May 28, 1943 in Sobibor. Lina Betty Tilly Kersen, born 1937, deported 1943 from Westerbork, murdered May 7, 1943, Sobibor. This Adela Gerson Simon, born 1892, deported 1943 from Westerbork, murdered May 7, 1943 in Sobibor. They lived in the Jozef Israelstraat, number 44. You all rest in peace. I was in that street. Now you have the Jozef Israelstraat. Look how beautiful. I go straight to my next. Oops. To the next address 75B. You can see Jozef Israel's. Hello, as you can see, there is someone who was living on the Jozef Israel 75A, but this is 75, so this is 75A. You know, I do it another way. You see here 75, Jozef Israel 75 number, and then 75A. There lived Gerrit van Duinen. He was born on August the 12th, 1960, and he was died May the 6th. Yeah, May the 6th, 1945. I don't know where, but in the future they make the stones. So I'm too early here. 81, and just when I get there, I saw that they have the stones here. This is Jetje Klein, born 1875, deported 1940, from Westerbork, murdered April 23, 1943, Sobibor. Marianne Cohen, born 1873 or 9? 73, deported 1943 from Westerbork, murdered March the 20, 1943, at Sobibor. And then you get Sarolta Weiss, born 1916, deported 1942 from Westerbork, murdered September 28, 1942 in Auschwitz. You rest in peace, hope. See the number 92. 92, they were living Lina Eckstein-Levitz, born January 24, 1868, and died March 20, 1943. And there's Solomon Eckstein, born December 25, 1872, died in March 20, 1943. And now I take you to the address, to the stones. You can see the house. It's a very beautiful house. And I don't see the stones, no stones.